Bienvenidos! What's good? Hey guys, as you guys can see from the title, today we are doing our final update of Pan Those Eyeshadows. So I have my 4 shadows in front of me. As you guys know, all of my rules are always down in my description box. One single shadow, the 3 other shades are going to come out of pans. So I have my update here, you guys. I mentioned in other videos that I slacked off. I shouldn't say slacked off. That's the incorrect word. I had a rough month of October. Thankfully, September helped with a lot of these numbers because I did not wear a lot of makeup in the month of October. There was quite a few days where I just could not even look at makeup, even care to put it on. So, some of these should have already had some sort of numbering, and you're here. Some of these have very low numbers just because I was concentrating on the other ones when I finally was able to get back into my routine, my normal routine. So that's why you're going to see a lot of numbers all over the place, but it is what it is. So if you're interested, let's see my update. Alrighty, friends, so let's start out with the oldest, shall we? Let me bring up my numbers. All right, so the oldest one that I have here is my Nomad Paradise Islands palette. So I rolled in the color named Turtle. It's beautiful green color. Last month, I don't remember how many uses I had. I had quite a few uses. I had probably between 15 to 17 uses. So I didn't have much left, and I knew that it was going to be difficult to hit pan on this one. So here is where we are today with it. I have a nice dip going, you guys, but that's as far as I was able to take it. I have my 23 uses, and that is all she wrote, you guys. It was tough. These are tough, which makes me happy because I do remember this formula being really easy to hit pan on, and now it's difficult. That makes me happy because I know these are going to last me a little bit longer. It's not the best formula to pan anymore, I'll tell you that much. But I'm happy I was able to hit 23 uses. This palette was already used and enjoyed, so it wasn't like it was brand new. So I don't feel bad or saying, oh, finally got usage out of it. No, this is a really nice palette. I'm actually, this shadow looks like the one I'm panning over there. But anyway, I'm happy this got use out of it. And I was able to get a green in here, which worked out well for the month of October. So this is going to get rolled out because I did meet my goal as far as usage. The other palette that I was concentrating on, because I knew it was going to be rather easy for me to hit pan on, or at least hit my usage goal, I should say, was my Natasha Denona Light Glam Face Palette. I don't want to like blind you guys, but I rolled in the shade Transition. So this is the first time this one was in here. All the rest are brand new. The Nomad was the only one that had a second month in. So I rolled in Transition, and I'll show you what it looked like before. And this is what it's looking like now, you guys. Looks like I did absolutely nothing. This does have its 23 use goal. I used this in every single look I ever did. Any single look I did. Because this is so easy to just use and pair with anything. It's such a neutral color that it worked well with cool tones, it worked well with warm tones, it worked well with colorful shades. So that one's going to get rolled out because I was able to hit my 23 use goal. Those are the 2 that I mainly honed down on. And then obviously I had a bump in the road in October, and I tried to pick myself up and try to finish using the rest of these. So let's move on to the next one. So since I already have this one in front of me, I might as well. So the single that I rolled in was called 3rd Street. This is a super shock shadow and ultra glitter. I had no use on it. This was completely brand new when I rolled it in. You'll see the photo of that. You guys, I've had so much fun using this one. So here's what it's looking like now. And I have been really good at rolling my whole finger all around it and not necessarily in the center. Can you guys see that? I've used this a total of 17 times. 17 times. So this is still in to be in here. Look, I purposely didn't wear it today just so you guys can see the difference this makes to any look that I use. Any look. I mean, colorful, cool tone, warm tone, it doesn't matter. Because it's an ultra glitter, it stays on my lid and it just gives me this beautiful glisten. I love it. So what I do is just roll my finger. See it right there? I'm not trying to flick you guys off. And then all I do is pat it on my eyelid And it just makes such, see the difference? It makes such a difference on any look that I have done this whole entire month. It just wakes up my eyelids. Look at that. It wakes up my eyelids. Any look. I love this. Love this. This is such a beautiful topper. Such a beautiful topper. Do I think I will hit pan on this? I don't think so. But at least I got use out of it. This is awesome. I really, really like this. Is a beautiful discovery in my collection because it just makes, like, I can't stop looking at myself in the mirror. It's beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. See that? It doesn't have so much of a base, but it has this beautiful glisten that just makes everything so much prettier. So this is still staying in here because I have not met my goal on that. And then last but not least is the Sydney Grace palette that I rolled in. I rolled in the shade Fairy Wings. This is the one that got hindered the most in this whole entire project, solely because of those days that I wasn't using makeup. So I will show you a picture of where it was before. And this is what it's looking like right now, you guys. It's only had 3 uses to it. I barely have reached for it. The 3 uses that I've gotten, it's been beautiful. It's just, I was concentrating on the other ones. So I didn't get a chance to really, really hone down on this one. But now this is going to be one of those ones that I will be concentrating on. It is a beautiful color. It wears really nicely. Up close, you could see the glisten, but not necessarily on your eyes. Unless you pair it with the right colors surrounding it, then you'll see that shift that it does. But it's a beautiful shade. So this is also going to stay in because I just did not really get a lot of use out of it. Okay, you guys, now that you've seen all the shades and their updates, before we get into the 2 that we are rolling in, we're going to roll in 2 new palettes for the month of November. I only have a month to work on these, so I don't know how much usage I will get on them, but I'm still going to try my best. This is the month, like I mentioned, that I do take a little bit of like an easier time because I've hustled all year long. So November tends to be like my slack off month when it comes to my projects, but I do still make an effort to try to at least reach some sort of goal on these. So before we get into that, let's check out the color stories for basically almost the year of 2023. So we're going to roll into 2 eyeshadow palettes. So let's get started. Menagerie Paws. That is a purpley pinky. I actually haven't used that palette yet. I purchased it and then I have not had a chance to use it. That's one of my newest Menagerie palettes. Okay, let's see the second one. Beauty Bay New Romantic. Okay, so let me grab both of these and then we'll see what shades we're actually going to be working on. Okay, so here is Menagerie's Paws. Like I said, I haven't really played around with this one, but this is actually really pretty and it could go really nicely depending on what shade I get with that Fairy Wings from Sydney Grace. So there are 9 shades in here. So let's see what we get. Three. That is a beautiful shade. It's like a goldy pinky shade right here. It's called Toe Beans. Toe Beans. Oh, that's a beautiful shade. I'm not upset. That's beautiful. Oh, and it's not that close to this one. This one has more pink to it. Can you tell? This has more gold. This has more pink. So I'm going to let those both slide. They're both topper. So I'm excited for that. All right, the other palette is the new Romantic from Beauty Bay. There is a pan in here already, so this is what it's looking like. Let's hope I don't get something that I'm gonna not like to use. This is kind of like a Thanksgiving-ish kind of palette. So let me see. So let's see. $18. All right, so we have 4, so you guys can see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, which is called Valentine. All righty. So there it is, you guys. I actually don't mind that. This will look really nice with this one. All right, so let's see our predictions, shall we? I think that I will definitely roll out my ColourPop single because I only have 6 more uses on that. Relatively easy to use. The other 3 are going to be difficult because I only have 3 uses in the fairy wings, and then these don't have any use at all. So these are all just going to be used whenever, however I feel like it. I'm happy that I ended up with this color Valentine for November because I feel like this does go really nicely with the burgundies, the oranges, the browns, the yellows that we see around November. Like, I think of green and orange more so in October, and then for November I always think of browns, yellows, and burgundies. So it actually works out fine. And then this one, once I hit my usage goal or pan in this Super Shock, I think I can reach for this shade Toe Beans in this palette. See how pretty that shifts? Oh my goodness, so pretty. I just have had so many, like, I've been testing out so many palettes that I didn't get a chance to get to this one over the summer. But anyway, now is my opportunity. So I can reach for that one and maybe top it on this one. Top it on this one. I think I'm going to have so much fun with that. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the softness of this. Enjoy just using what I have and love what I'm working with. It's just going to be really nice. I'm actually excited for this color story. It's a shame I got it so late in the year because I would have loved to have this earlier in the year because I would have had so much more fun with it. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, you guys. All right, that's it, you guys. Next month is the finale for this project pan. I will do all the stats that I normally do. How many pans I hit this year, how many palettes were rolled in this year, what was the amount of total of shadows that I worked with this year. All that stuff so you guys can see. I will forewarn you, I did not hit as many pans as I did the previous year. Solely because, as you guys know, I keep telling you guys, I have been working through all of my eyeshadow palettes to see what is staying, what is going, so then I can start in the new year with palettes that I genuinely love and want to hit pan on. Because I'm tired of working on a palette and then a month later realizing I don't want it anymore in my collection. And it has a lot of usage on it, or it has pan, and then I have to find somebody to give it to that doesn't mind that. And I don't want to do that. I'd rather give it intact and gently used than loved, and then somebody's like, I don't know if I like that so much. So that's what I've been working on this year, to really hone down on the ones I want to keep and use and love and not mind having in my collection. So that's why I didn't hit as many pans. I'm warning you now. Don't expect a big number because it did not work out this year. All right, guys, that's all that I have. Thank you so much for joining me, for sticking around, and that's all that I have for you guys. I'll check you guys out in the videos on the screen. Until then,